Hello everyone. The Tesla world is sizzling today. While you are here, please tap subscribe and like, and turn on notifications so you can grab these fresh updates first. We have three big topics today. A cyber SUV breadcrumb, the muscle flexing score Tesla posted in J.D. Power's Tech Experience Index, and the Tesla app privacy issue plus an ultra-fast response. I will wrap them all in one go. Keep it light in the middle, and leave you with something to chew on at the end. Hashtag Cyber SUV Breadcrumb. Is it really coming? Tesla just dropped a new video titled Sustainable Abundance. In it, cybercab clay models are shown shaping themselves, but the real goosebump moment came from the background. Eagle-eyed fans spotted multiple SUV-shaped models that looked clearly inspired by Cybertruck. The forums lit up, and coverage started rolling in. One roundup came from Joey Klender, published on September 1st, 2025. It was flagged as 35 minutes fresh, which tells you how hot this was when it hit. Here is the important context. Tesla loves to tease like this. Early this year, when they revealed Model Y improvements, they also slipped two new body styles under car covers into the background. How advanced the software is, you need a great vessel to carry it. On that note, a cyber SUV is a highly attractive card. Take Cybertruck's sharp-edged silhouette and iron-fisted presence, then stretch it into a taller roofline and wider cabin. The image is powerful, even in imagination. Inside, it opens up a passenger-first redesign, a generous second row, optional third row, clever fold-flat storage, comfort features tuned for families. Trucks and SUVs may look related, but they are born for different roles. Load first versus passenger first. If Tesla leans into that difference, a cyber SUV could open a fresh market rather than overlapping with Cybertruck. Production realities matter too. Stainless steel exoskeleton is innovative, yet tricky. We all saw the learning curve during the Cybertruck ramp. Manufacturing difficulty and cost are real, but Tesla's superpower is manufacturing innovation. Think gigacastings that integrate the body, process simplification, cell-to-body packaging, and the ongoing optimization around 4680 cells. Stack those cards, and you can keep the exoskeleton philosophy's strengths while squeezing down cost and complexity. Range and charging are easy to imagine. A bigger body can house more battery. If platform efficiency and cell improvements compound, the numbers stretch long. People already float 600 miles or even 700 miles as thought experiments. Pair that with a high-speed charging network that already spans the world, and a long-distance family hauler starts to look very practical. The competitive board is interesting. In luxury electric SUVs, you have BMW iX, Mercedes EQS SUV, and Audi e-tron. Genesis is building presence with GV70 electric. Blend the cyber design language with Tesla's software advantage, and you could carve out a totally different flavor of choice. Pricing would likely start higher than Cybertruck, yet when you add total cost of ownership and software update value, you can still land in a compelling position. At this point, it may sound like a reveal is coming tomorrow. It is not. Let me be clear. Nothing is officially confirmed. What we have is a signal from models spotted in the background. Tesla often turns clues like this into real products. The second-generation Roadster, Cybertruck, Cybercab. They began as concepts, went through countless revisions and delays, and still arrived in reality. And at 730, that gap is big by itself, but look at traditional powers. Volkswagen at 432, Toyota at 436. By simple comparison, Tesla is nearly double the traditional brands. That is a different tier. Here comes the twist. Tesla and Rivian both posted eye-popping scores but received no trophy. The rule requires sales coverage across all states nationwide. Because of direct sales and dealer regulation issues, Tesla and Rivian do not meet that condition yet. So the official award went to Genesis. Genesis scored 538. The gap to Tesla is 335 points. Cadillac followed with 526. Lincoln with 523. The table says it all. Trophies may be complicated, but the gap in tech experience is raw performance. TXI is not checking whether a feature exists. It measures how much that technology actually satisfies owners and reduces problems. This year, tech-related problems dropped by 6.3 per 100 vehicles. That is an industry-wide signal that user experience work is paying off. The most loved feature was automatic climate control. Heating, air conditioning, and ventilation that quietly dial in your comfort. Of course, a technology that removes mental load earns love. A J.D. Power tech executive put it this way: smart technology anticipates needs, reduces cognitive burden, and lowers the barrier to using digital systems. Short and sharp. The most complained about feature also stood out: car wash mode. You need it when you enter an automatic wash, but owners say it is buried so deep in menus that it triggers a mini panic. You can feel the stress just imagining it. Cars piling up behind you while you poke through screens. Feedback also flagged misfires in recognition systems. Voice, face, fingerprint. Dazzling when they work, twice as annoying when they do not. On the praise side, blind spot view cameras were stars. 93% report regular use. 74% say they want it on their next vehicle. Safety features that people feel in their bones tend to be loved consistently. So why does Tesla score so high? In one line, software-first design. A giant, single touchscreen that puts almost everything under your fingers. Overnight over-the-air updates that turn parked cars into new ones by morning. Autopilot and full self-driving that reduce highway fatigue. It is less a car and more a computer on wheels, and that is not an exaggeration. Rivian trailing closely makes sense for the same reason. Born electric. Meanwhile, legacy brands are sprinting to catch up. Moving from a world of physical buttons to a digital-first world is rougher than it looks. Even so, luxury lines like Genesis, Cadillac, and Lincoln answered with solid scores. Investment and focus are showing. This shift also tracks a generational change. For smartphone-native buyers, a vehicle is not just transportation. It is a moving smart device. User experience is now a core purchase driver. In the same lane, you have fast-rising Chinese brands like BYD and NIO. The future market will be split not only by motor output, but by the finesse of software and the speed of updates. If this breakdown helped, give it another tap. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Your clicks power the next deep dive. Now, the third and final issue. Hashtag Tesla app privacy issue and the lightning response. This one is a shade heavier. It began on X. A Tesla owner posted that their car was listed on Turo, the peer-to-peer car-sharing platform. Electric cars, especially Tesla, are popular there because many people want to try before they buy. The problem popped out of the additional driver feature. The Tesla app lets you grant access to additional drivers. No physical key needed. A phone can unlock the doors and drive away. It is brilliant for families sharing one car and essential for a platform like Turo. But the renter who received access discovered they could also view the owner's service records. That is not just dates. It includes the owner's real name and contact details, parts replaced and prices paid, issues diagnosed, even upcoming service appointments. In short, a stranger could see highly sensitive records. From a privacy standpoint, that is severe. From a safety standpoint, it opens a window to infer schedules and movements. There is an ironic detail. Tesla had recently added a location visibility restriction to the additional driver feature. It can hide the car's location from additional drivers. The direction was right, but the more sensitive service history and invoices were still visible. The priority in permission design was out of alignment. The root issue is the lack of fine-grained permissions. Family and guest should not share the same access level. Family can reasonably see more. A temporary renter should get only what is vital. Think of how phone apps request camera, storage, and location separately. Vehicles need similar permission tiers aligned to purpose. This is where Tesla's culture shines. After the post gained attention, Raj Jagannathan, a Tesla executive who handles customer communication on X, replied directly. Not a vague, "we will look into it." He said service visibility would be reviewed and adjusted based on driver profile. That is a concrete direction, and it builds trust. What can we expect next? Multi-tier access. A family level with service history, charging records, and driving data mostly open. A guest level that allows only the basics, like unlock, start, and drive. A rental level tailored to sharing platforms, with time-limited access, feature limits, and a hard wall against personal data. Technically, you can add auto expiry tied to time and location-aware constraints. Access ends automatically when the rental ends. If the car leaves a permitted area, the system warns or restricts. Practical protections. This episode is a crystal-clear look at the new challenges of connected cars. A car is now a data platform. Driving habits, frequent places, charging patterns, service history, even digital activity inside cabin. Privacy and security standards must rise to the smartphone level. Issues will occur. What matters is response. Tesla runs on a real-time feedback loop. Customer voices bubble up. Executives look directly. A clear direction is set. A software update lands quickly. What takes months in a traditional process can compress into days. That is what being a software company means in practice. There is a wider bell ringing for the industry. Everyone is building connected services. Permission design and data protection will be both a differentiator and a core risk control. Tesla's quick correction may become a new baseline. Once users experience that speed and transparency, they expect it everywhere. #wrap-up. Today's one-line summary and a question for you. Let us pull it together. First, the Sustainable Abundance video contained a background hint of SUV models inspired by Cybertruck. Joey Klender covered it on September 1st, 2025, and the community is already buzzing. Nothing is officially confirmed, but given Tesla's habit of turning hints into hardware, it is worth watching closely. Second, in J.D. Power's TXI, Tesla scored an overwhelming 873, with Rivian at 730, while GE, Nissan, Cadillac, and Lincoln took the official trophies due to sales coverage rules. Regardless of awards, software-first design is showing a decisive edge in user experience. Third, an exposure of service records through additional driver access raised a serious privacy concern, and Raj Jagannathan publicly signaled a fix through profile-based visibility and finer permissions. The connected car era's challenge is clear, and Tesla's real-time feedback loop kicked in again. Now it is your turn. Do you think Tesla will pull the cyber SUV card? If it does, what configuration would you want? True 3-row family cruiser? Off-road specialist? Ultra long-range grand tourer? Drop your concept in the comments. Looking at the TXI results, tell me the one feature you love most and the one feature you most want fixed. On the privacy topic, what permission tiers feel reasonable to you? If this video was helpful, please subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Your single click comes back to you as the next round of reporting and analysis. I will return with more fun and accurate Tesla stories. Drive safe, and have a great day.